guys, this video is sponsored by RadFitPro.com. They're a startup CBD company with 2 products out right now, Cleopatra and Ogun. If you guys are interested, go to RadFitPro.com and use promo code RADICAL to get 10% off.
Kelly, at this stage, there are more questions than answers, and sources caution that so many of those final details, whether how the program will work or how much money will be paid, are yet to be determined. This is an ongoing settlement negotiation between the U.S. government and lawyers representing those families who were separated, over 5,600 of them, by the Trump administration in what, remember, Physicians for Human Rights, a Nobel laureate organization and nonprofit, deemed torture. It met the UN's definition, as well as the American Academy of Pediatrics, who called this government-sanctioned child abuse at the time. And so when you hear from the former vice president today criticizing the potential settlement, you have to keep all of this in context. But what we are hearing, and sources have told NBC News, is that the sum could be significant. It could be hundreds of thousands of dollars each, which, of course, could amount to hundreds of millions of dollars if all of the families who were separated by this policy are included. It's also important to note that this is separate and distinct from the reunification effort that's underway and being led by the Biden administration through that Family Separation Reunification Task Force. This is a civil case, a tort case being brought against the U.S. government for damages that these families endured as they were separated, oftentimes for many, many months. Some still, 1,000 of those families, remain separated to this day, around 300.
So you guys heard that piece on that news clip that I played real quick. Now, let me just give you my thoughts real quick. I'm not mad about the whole lawsuit being successful, because that's what it is. It's a lawsuit. Joe Biden or the Democratic Party didn't just wake up one day and say, you know what, let's start paying reparations out to... No, it wasn't like that. So it was a lawsuit that, you know, that these attorneys end up winning, and they ended up, you know, getting cashed out 100% good. But I have an issue with the whole process, because when it came to this virus of C, right? I'm not even gonna say it. It was very quick for, you know, people to get cashed out, you know, find money anywhere. You know, there wasn't no studies or anything like that. You know, when Asian people were getting beat up left and right, you know, wonton kicks to the face and everything. It was very quick to make laws to protect Asian people federally, you know, and turn it into a hate crime and stuff like that. And we've seen certain people get arrested and stuff just yelling out racial slurs at certain Asian people. But this is where I have an issue with. Black folks, for some reason, aren't getting reparations, and that's what my issue is. For some reason, everybody else, they're finding ways to allocate money and resources for other groups, but Black Americans who, come on, built this country and was very instrumental in the building of this country, they're not getting anything. That doesn't sit right with me. And they keep on talking about studies, and we got to study reparations, we got to study. What is there to study? Check this out.
We're learning more about the Biden administration's plans for reparations. At the White House press briefing Wednesday, Politico reporter Eugene Daniels asked Press Secretary Jen Psaki about how the president would tackle the issue.
Well, he's supported a study of reparations, which I believe is what's being discussed, and studying the continuing impacts of slavery, which is being discussed in this hearing on H.R. 40, I believe it is. And he continues to demonstrate his commitment to take comprehensive action to address the systemic racism that persists today. Obviously, that is having that study is a part of that.
So you guys heard that they're talking about, we got to study reparations because, you know, this and this and all the institutions of slavery and racism. What is there to study? It's called white supremacy. It's still existing. It's still here. And the Democratic Party is acting dumb about it. The fact is that every other person and every other group, they can get reparations. That's totally fine. they could get their form of justice because they, were victimized and they experience injustice. That's perfectly fine. Shout out to them. The thing is, when is it black people's turn? It seems like black folks aren't, the priority for the Democratic Party and the Republican. Let me just get it straight, because I'm not a Republican voter. I'm not a Democratic voter. I'm very neutral. I'm in the middle. The thing is that it seems like the Democratic Party only comes out every 4 years to pander to black folks and Latin people whenever they want their vote. And when it comes to returning their favor for that vote, they get left out in the dust. You know what I'm saying? So what do you guys think? Do you guys agree, disagree? Hit me on the comments down below, all right? Peace.